Welcome to another episode of Living Fully Fit. I'm Coach AJ, and we're looking at aspects of fitness. Different aspects every episode: spiritual fitness, mental fitness, relational fitness, physical fitness, and emotional fitness. And in this segment, we're looking at relationships, relational fitness. What does that look like when it comes to conversation and confrontation? We're so quick in this new digital age to just be keyboard warriors and have conversation without really having conversation. We have more confrontational moments than we do actual conversation to have understanding, which is unfortunate and sad. Not many people have opportunities where they go face to face or on a phone call even to gain better understanding. And if you want to have healthy relationships, you have to look at how you gain understanding. It's all about gaining understanding and understanding the other person's point of view, their vantage point, the context of the conversation. But with the social media digital age, unfortunately, we don't see that very often. What we do see is people see something they disagree with, see something that ticks them off, see something that triggers them, and they feel compelled, almost they have to respond. And they respond many times in a confrontational way. And the idea of confrontation, honestly, yes, I get it. Confrontation has to happen in certain moments. I think with injustice, when someone's being racist or evil or bigoted, yes, confront. I agree there. But if it's something you just simply disagree with, maybe instead of confronting them in a confrontational attack style, look at how you can have a conversation that connects and builds mutual understanding. Because if you're not doing that, all you're going to do is burn more bridges that way and wonder why people don't like you, don't want to be around you, think you're crazy, whatever it is. And if you really want to build healthy relationships, you have to develop that mindset of, okay, I don't agree with this. This triggers me. This upsets me. Why? Why does it upset you? Why does whatever that person said or did or whatever upset you, trigger you, make you want to lash out? And here's the question is, would you lash out if they were facing you face to face? 9 times out of 10, you wouldn't. Most times you would actually just kind of cowardly go back to your computer and type away, you little weekend warrior, little warrior on the phone, or I mean, sorry, on the keyboard here. But in reality, if you were met with that person face to face, you wouldn't say anything. You'd probably like look sheepishly away, don't make eye contact, all that stuff. But when it comes down to the nitty gritty of actually having conversation, you wouldn't do it, which is sad because you're missing opportunity. I think the best context is found face to face because then you can read the person's facial expressions. You can hear their tone. You can hear their heart more about what they meant of whatever thing you disagreed with, whatever narrative or thing that you don't like. Because maybe there's more to it. Maybe there's more to their story than meets the eye. And so you have to really discover and dig deeper in conversation. If you really want to build relationships, converse, talk to people, find out what makes them tick, what made them say what they say, why they believe in what they believe in. I have so many friends, so many family that don't believe my same politics. They don't believe the same faith beliefs and my religion and whatever like that. They don't have the same beliefs with finances or work, whatever. And you know what? That's fine. I have friends who are vegan. I have friends who are, carnivores. I have friends who are mixed, in politics and different lifestyles. And that's okay to have different mixture and diversity of friendship. Now, do I encourage their behavior sometimes? No. Do I postulate them and say, you know what, this is great. Posture them in the position of like, you know what, keep doing what you're doing. No, but I also don't condemn them. I look at, everybody the way Jesus looks at them in relationship. Here comes the spiritual fitness part, right? In order to have relational fitness, you have to have some spiritual fitness. Reality. If you really want to develop good relationships with people, you have to be spiritually fit. You have to see through the lens of God, not the lens of yourself and your own prejudice and your own religious thought process. You have to look at it through, who did Jesus hang out with? Everyone. Did he agree with everyone? No. The only people he really chastised were the very religious people, actually. But then again, he didn't chastise them on a scroll and pin it on the walls. He chastised them to their face. Now, here's the thing, and here's a good lesson learned here, is if you are going to confront someone, if you feel the need and the desire to confront someone on something they said or did, then confront them to their face. Because if you are so bold to confront someone, you should be able to pick up the phone, talk to them on the phone, or talk to them face to face. Otherwise, mind your business. Otherwise, move on, grow up. Because if you're feeling that the only way you can confront them is through a post on Facebook or Instagram or TikTok video, whatever your mode of communication is on social media on these platforms, then stop. Because really, are you really building connection? Because imagine if you went face to face, had an actual intelligent, a conversation that was, life giving and was willing to see their vantage point. Imagine the kind of conversation you would have. You would have a conversation actually might change your perspective, maybe not, but also it would help kind of build that bridge of understanding. Okay, I don't agree with you, and that's fine. You don't agree with me, but we love each other and respect each other. Cool. That's how it should be. We can disagree, we can agree to disagree, and we can move on and still respect each other, still be kind, be courteous, and in the end, know that, you know what, I want what's best for you, and I hope you want what's best for me. And we're not doing that anymore. So I'm going to say this. If you are trying to build relationship before you respond, before you act upon emotion, something you disagree with, something that triggers you, something that makes you upset, stop, ask yourself, why is this? And then figure out a different way. Maybe you just need to take a break, breathe, walk away from your computer, your phone, whatever it is, and ask yourself, would you be willing to respond to them face to face? If the answer is no, then don't. If you are thinking, I'm going to respond to this post I don't like, whether it's political, religious, or something I disagree with, their lifestyle, whatever it is, whatever they're doing, whatever they're saying, something you just don't like, would you say that response face to face? If the answer is no, then just mind your business and move on. And do you know them intimately? Are you willing to change your mind? Are you willing to be flexible? Are you willing to ask the right questions? Are you willing to look at the whole situation through a different lens? If you're not willing to do that, you just want to respond and just want to be right, then move on. Grow up. That's not how life is done. And you're going to learn the hard lesson real quickly if you don't have good communication skills, if you're not willing to build relationship, if you're not willing to converse versus confront. Because if you're only about confronting people and being right and being self-righteous and pointing out the finger, then you're not going to build that bridge of relationship. You're going to be very alone, and you're going to find yourself fighting so many battles, stressing yourself out, over making yourself very anxious, and you're doing it to yourself. So if you want to build relationship, you have to confront things inside first. Confront yourself before you confront someone else. And if you are so anxious to confront someone else, be sure, one, you're willing to do it face to face. Otherwise, stop. But I would say, if you really want to build relationship, you have to consider these things. If we're really wanting to shift the culture in a different form, in a different way, which it's sad that it's going this way, where people are so willing to burn down bridges because of a post. We're so willing to cancel people because of what they said or did from the past, or what they said and we perceived it a certain way, what we assumed it was. We cancel, we block them, we unfriend them, whatever it is. And we just kind of cast people aside so easily. You know how sad that is? Would you cast them aside in person like that? I highly doubt you would. It's so easy to cast someone aside behind a computer screen and behind a cell phone. It's more difficult to do it in person. So if you're willing to do it in person, maybe that person is wrong. And you have to ask the question, is this person toxic? Is this person, they have good intentions? But you'll only find that out if you really get to know the person and ask the right questions. Find the context. Don't confront, converse. Have a conversation. Start there. Even if it's something you disagree with entirely, the core of your being. Unless that person's being belligerent and evil, calling you names, being racist, whatever they're doing, being just vile, then you know what? Have a conversation. Be willing to do that. Cut people off when they need to be cut off, obviously. Have boundaries. But also be able to have conversation with people that you disagree with. People that are evil and being ugly for no reason, yeah, I would say that's a good boundary to cut someone off. But if they're willing to have a conversation and you're just wanting just to fight, then it's you. It's all on you. Take ownership where ownership is due. Anyways, hope this was helpful in trying to, get you on the right path to have conversation, not just confrontation. I'm Coach AJ. Thanks for watching another episode of Living Fully Fit. And if you enjoyed content like this, make sure to subscribe down below, hit the like button, also hit the notification bell to get notifications of more content just like this. And if you know anybody who could benefit from these kind of videos, make sure to share too. Thanks for watching. Bye.